Yo guys, welcome back to a new Bitcoin update. It's been a while. Let's take a look at the chart right away. So we are starting on the daily time frame. As you can see, we are still in a very big downtrend going from up here till the current movement here at 20k. So anyone thinking that we're looking at the uptrend right now or a trend reversal, don't think that, because we're still in a very big downtrend. So if we're going to the 4-hour time frame, then you can see a bit better what I mean, what I'm saying. As you can see, these are the most important swings. This is the most recent low, the important low, the significant low, whatever you want to call it, and this is, in my opinion, the protected high. So this is the high that keeps the downtrend intact. As long as we stay under this high, the target will be this recent low to grab the liquidity, and maybe a little bit of bounce there to grab liquidity again and go further downward. As soon as we break up above this high, then we'll probably see a movement to 27k, 28k, around this area, perhaps a rejection from there, and then a retest here, and maybe a move further upward. That would be interesting, but for now we are still in this downtrend. Also on the lower time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, this is everything that's happening in here is internal structure. Everything that's happening outside here is becoming external structure, but everything in here is the internal structure. So what am I expecting for now? I drew a little bit of a few supply boxes. I drew this before the movement into this area, so don't catch me on that. But let's say, okay, we have the significantly protected high, we have the significant low here. Everything in between is the internal structure, as we discussed. We had a break of structure, a market structure break within the internal structure, meaning that in this internal structure we have a uptrend. So this is a uptrend, pretty easy. So what is the target? After the market structure break, the target would be the first touch of the supply box. We grab liquidity above the high, touch the supply box, and then we go downward, easy. Then we grab liquidity from the demand zone here, and we go further upward. That is what a uptrend would do. We want to go higher, until we meet some sort of external significant resistance or supply, whatever you want to call it, and then we will reject. So as you can see, we hit the supply zone of the protected high. This was the protected high. This is the supply zone of that high. We hit it. We went straight down to 18.8, and from there we kept the internal structure low of the uptrend. So the uptrend is still intact, but as you know, this is only internal structure, meaning this is less significant than this high and this low, these swings. So we touched the demand, we went back up, and then what we saw is we grabbed liquidity above the high. We did not grab liquidity above this high, but we touched the supply zone again. So orders got filled, and now we are moving back downward. For now, I must say we are still a bit in between, because we see a strong sell-off, but we also see a pretty good buyback. On the lower time frame, let's say on the 1-hour time frame, we have a market structure break. It's not a very significant one, so you could say we will range a bit here, and from there we will make up what we are going to do. At the moment, I don't think we will catch we will gain this high. I don't think we will gain this supply zone. I think we will just go down further. But as you know, this is all speculations, because we don't know for sure. One thing we must do is we must have patience for now. We must wait what's going to happen. I wouldn't take a trade in here. The only moment I would take a trade here is if we see a more clearer break of structure. So for example, from this low here, let's say you see something like this. Okay, so clear break of structure, and then maybe back in the supply zone that's being created here. okay, that's a bit ugly, but let's say something like this. It's in supply zone, rejection, and then a move downwards. That would be the only short I would take. I wouldn't take a long here, but that should be obvious. But don't take a trade at this moment. I don't think that's logical. I would just wait, look what's going to happen. If we move further upward, that would be great. I mean, for my backs, it would be perfect, but I don't really mind if we're going further down, because I can buy way more here at 15k, for example. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at right now. I don't think we are going further upward for now. If we do, I will wait for the retest of this supply box that's turned into demand. And if we're going to go down further, I will buy probably when we catch this low. So I am expecting this low to be broken, and from there maybe a move to 15k, and then from there a little bounce. Okay. So if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. Leave them in the comments or just DM me. Okay, guys, have a nice day. Bye bye.